Hello, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining to this session. Today we are going to continue the Power BI. Today I'm going to talk about the line chart or another type of chart that we are using in Power BI, and card, gauge, table, slicer are the tools that, and map maybe, are the tools that we are going to talk about it today. And with that, you will be familiar with at least 6, 7 tools of all tools that we have. Of course, we don't have enough time to cover all tools. I'm trying just only to go through those tools that is more convenient and it's easier to cover in these subjects. That's right. Let's go and see how to start the line chart. First of all, same as always, I go to take some data for this, okay? I'm trying to get the data from the file that I already shared with you. Okay, the same data set is not new, bank list. As you remember, this is the data that since first class we're working on it. But in final exam, your data set will be different. Okay, load. No need cleaning because I am sure this data is clean. That's why I directly go to the load and import the data to Power BI. Waiting for Power BI to load data. Okay, data is here. And now we have the data. That's why we are starting with a line chart. In the last class, you learned about column chart. You know that we import the column chart and you give data to column chart. For example, we set time, okay, time to the x-axis, and we give the bank name to the y-axis to have something like this. This is the column chart that we already discussed about it, and you already know about all details of this column chart. And I'm opening a new tab here to go to the line chart. Okay, from the menu here, let me activate my magnifier. From the menu here, okay, before we work on a stack column, okay, today we are going to work on line charts. I select the line chart and yes. Here we have the line chart and I make it a bit bigger, put it in the center, okay. Let's go and see what we have here in the line chart at the tools. As you see here again, we have x-axis, y-axis. Okay, it's the similar things that we had in column chart. That's why these two is the same, and I no need to do anything. I just give you the data. Okay, x-axis same as there is. For example, I give the year to x-axis and bank name to the y-axis. This is the column chart. Then this is the line chart, and we can see in the line chart, you can see the continuous things happening in this company. Okay, approximately is the same shape as the column chart with the more details. You can see the more details here in column in the line chart. Okay. Let me take out the time, put the time again. Okay. Okay. This is about the line chart. Very easy. You can create a line chart and you can see this is the details of the line chart. Okay, another thing that we can do in line chart, we can give all the dates to the line chart. We can give all the dates to the line chart and you have something like this instead of having, this is all included, okay, all the details. Okay, now here I want to talk about another features that we have in Power BI and the name of that feature is drill down. Let me write it to in the chat box, drill down. Okay, I write it in the chat box. The name is drill down, and drill down is a feature that helps me to go and find the detail. For example, here I want to see what's exactly happening in 2014. I can right click on that and select drill down. Okay, then you see this is a detailed information about 2014. Okay, I want to see what's happened in the April 2014. Okay, I can right click and drill down. Now I coming to the April, May, June. Okay, this quarter. And for example, I want to see the May, what's happening. I right click and drill down, and this is the data that we have. Okay. This is something that is called drill down. Drill down means that we can have hierarchy in order dates. For example, as you can see here in the x-axis, we have year, quarter, month, date. There are four different levels. And I can zoom in to the four different levels. How? By drill down. Okay, now I finish with my drill down. I get the data that I want. You can see if I put the mouse on that point, it's saying that it's 2014 quarter to May 23. Okay, means that this is the data that we have for 23 2014, 23 May 2014. This is something that I can go to one special day and find the data for that day. Okay, now I just finish and I find the data that I want and I want to back to the normal diagram. How to do that? Drill up. To do the drill up, I can right click and select drill up, or from this top menu, the first tool here also is drill up. I can select drill up to go back to the first level. The first level is year. The second level is quarter. The third level is month. And the last level is day. Okay? That don't forget that we have this feature. Okay, sometimes I said I don't want to do right click for each level. And just only I want to click and go drill down. In that case, I select the second tool here, click to turn on drill down. When I select this is getting on, this icon, and here I can just only click, it's go inside. Again, I click, go inside. Again, I click, go inside, and I can see the details of that particular day. For example, this is 14 May 2010 for bank closing in that day. Okay, number of banks that closing in one day also is showing here. This feature's name is drill down. Okay, you can do it by right click or you can do it by activating this icon. Go back up. Another feature that we have is to go to the next level. This is, I want to see this whole diagram in the next level, in the quarter level. How to do that? Okay, let me inactive this. Okay, now I'm going to the quarter. See, from the year, it's changing to quarter. I want to see in the next level months. I want to see in the next level day. See, this is based on day. And very easily you can change the level of your diagram. If you remember before, if I want to do this, I go here and take out the items that I don't want. But now I can easily with this icon to change the level back to the normal, drill up. Okay, Mr. Saiful asking question. Meaning to say drill down can improve our decision making by providing deeper insight. It will allow for more informed strategic decision based on comprehensive data analysis. Yes, we are right, exactly, because somehow I want to make a decision. This diagram is showing very general view, but I need more details. For example, I want to see in 2010 which month or the first quarter of 2010, what's happening, okay? In that case, I need to go through the diagram. We don't have these features in column chart, okay? That's why we need to come here in because this showing the continuous data. That's why we're using this chart here. And yes, you are right. And the last one, expand all down level. Okay, expand means in one diagram, I want to see all level together. How? Look at here. This is with quarter. Okay, means that I already add year and quarter to diagram. Next level is month. I already add the year, quarter, and month. And one more is the day level. I already add the year, quarter, months, and day. As you can see, as long as we have more detail, the diagrams, the space is going and changing, okay? But if I want, I can back to normal. This is some tools that you need to know. The name is drill down, drill up, and expand is the next level. This is the drill up, drill down, next level in the hierarchy, and another tool that we have here is the expand all down. Okay, these are very important tools, especially when they are asking about particular data. For example, maybe in the final assessment, I ask you in 2015, first quarter, 21st of September, what's happening in this data? How many company closing? How many bank closing? Okay. This is a question that you need to do the analysis to give me the answer. How many bank closing in that day? Okay. This is something that maybe you face in the final exam. You will have one data set. You need to design one dashboard, and also you need to answer the question. You can only answer the question if you know how to do the drill down and drill. Is there any question? If you are here,
Meaning,
please show me.
Prof, during the
Yes,
final exam, you will provide us the data file, something like this.
yes, yes. In the BLMS, you will receive one Excel or CSV file as a data set, and you need to do the analysis on that data set. Okay, there are some questions that you need to answer based on that data set, means that you need to answer the question, and also you need to design a dashboard. That's why you have 24 hours to do this. Okay, for my face-to-face classes, they have 3 hours to do the same job, but for you, and because it's a weekend class, then you will have 24 hours to do the assessment. Okay.
Meaning that final exam, we have 24 hours to do that.
Yes, because it's a hand-on. I
Thank you,
requested exam
Prof.
unit. Yeah, I requested exam unit to give you more time to do because somehow some of you are working. Maybe in that time you are in the shift, office, or whatever. That's why I give you enough time to do the assignment, to do the final exam. Okay, good. Thank you so much. And let's back to here. Up to now, we talk about the uh, line chart, and now you know what exactly is the line chart, and also you know about the uh, this one, as the name is column chart. Okay, and also you find what exactly is the drill down and drill up and how it's working. The next thing that I want to highlight here is about tool tips. You remember what was the tooltips? I said when you hold the mouse on the graph, you see some data about that graph. Okay, for example, this is 2010 and 157. Uh, what is the name? 157 banks are closing in that day. Okay. Sometimes I want to customize the tooltip. I want to show something different. How to do that? Okay, this is very important part, designing the tooltip. Okay, I opened a new tab and I put the name as a TT, as a tooltip, and a tooltip for quarter. Okay, TTQ means that I want to here, when when I hold the mouse here, I see in 2010 the data for each quarter. How many bank closing in First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. That's why I want to design something like this. Okay, I go here. I want to make this as a tooltip. That's why the first thing is in the design, I come to here, canvas setting, and select the type to tooltip again. When I select one page, in the one page, I come to the format, canvas. Canvas is the name of this page. Before in the Power BI, the name was page. You see, I still somehow is the page information, canvas setting, actually is a page. In the canvas setting, I want to change the type to tooltip. I change it to tooltip, you see, your area of the work is getting small. Okay, that's why this is tooltip. Somehow I want to make it a smaller or bigger, I can go and customize it, okay? 240 pixel is big, I want to make it 200 tabs by 300, for example. Just only I make it a bit small. Okay. Now I come in here, I put one column chart, very small column chart, and I put the bank name as a y-axis and quarter, because they're asking me quarter. They want to see something like this in the tooltips, okay? I select this. Okay, I can do some setting, for example. Of course, this is quarter, that's why the quarter title here is extra. I go to setting, I do to the x-axis and remove the title. Also for the y-axis, also we're going to remove the value and remove the title. A general title count of buying name also is something extra I don't want. I go to title and turn it off. Yeah, I make it just a bit smaller. A bit looks better, okay? Then now I finished with what I did as a tooltip. I created my first tooltip. Back to the first page. You know, here, when I holding is showing this data, I want to change this. That's why I select this diagram. I go to the setting, general. You see, we have here something that's called tooltips. I select here, and from the page, now I have TTQ here. The TTQ that I already designed is here. I select TTQ, and now I have this. I can see the data like this, okay, for each quarter. Okay, they said, I don't know what is the quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter fourth number. Okay, then what shall I do? I said, okay, no worries. I go back to TTQ, go to the formatting, go to, oh, sorry, select the diagram, go to the formatting and data labeling. Data labeling is here. I activated data labeling. Then I said, okay, it's better the data label be inside the diagram. I think it looks better. Then position inside end means here. Okay, they said it's better you make it a bit bold or something to be more clear. Okay, no worry, I make it bold. Okay, or changing the color. For example, I change color to some yellow color. Okay, it's okay. Let's see. Let's go for this one. Okay, this is now back to page one. See, the number also is there. This is something good that we have. It's called tooltip, and you can
Meaning we
design.
have to design first the tooltip to have the info in the full graphic design.
Yes, exactly. You need to design first the tooltips here. You design tooltips, and one thing that is very important is you need to come here in the canvas and select the tooltip or custom, then that page will be tooltips. If it's be the full page, for example, I cannot put here this graph as a tooltips. If I go here and I go to the setting, uh, okay, general tooltip, you see the page 2 is not here. If I put it auto, again back to the normal. If I put it TTQ is this one. but the another page is not here because the size should be a small, something like this. Then the Power BI will find it as a tooltips and bring it to the list of tooltips. Okay, this is something that we have as a tooltips. If they want to have some extra data, you can go and do this. For example, if they want to see the number of estates, okay, if they want to see the number of estate and number of cities, let me back here to photo. Okay, date of year is there, count of bank name is there, and now they asking me to show them the number of estate and number of cities as well. As you remember, this is not requested to create a new tab. You just here, you go to the format, okay, in the format data select. In the format, you go to the tooltip and they're asking for estate and change it to the count distinct and city and change it to the count distinct. Now, when you go on that, it's showing the count of estate and count of city. Means in 2010, 157 banks are closing, 30 from 31 estate and from 142 different cities. See, this is something that you can find by that. That's why if they asking for some, you need to just find how you can show this data that they requested. Okay, if they ask you to remove the first and second one, means count closing date of year and count of bank name, sorry, cannot. If they want you just only to show the count of estate and count of city, just that, then you need to design new tooltips. I go here, I design the new tooltip, okay, then I make it smaller maybe. Okay, 120. Then 300. Okay, then here I can just import some data value, for example, state count and city again count. Okay, now I put the name for this one, PT estate city. Then back to page one, select diagram, go to setting, general, tooltips. Here you see TTSC also we have. Okay, see the way that it's showing is not good, means I need to do some setting, but actually it's like this, okay? You can do the setting to make it, okay. I think now it's going to be better, back to here. Yes. Total count of estate is 31, count of city is 142. You can show like this. This is something that, yeah, as I said, hands-on means that you need to practice to learn how to do that. Any question?
No question, but I guess like what you said that we have to practice this first, then only we know how to do.
Exactly. You know that the steps that I'm doing is so back to back. Okay. If you're just missing one small steps in this between, it's not working. Okay. That's why it's very important that you go and put your hands on the keyboards and do practice, and then you will find, oh, okay, it's working or not. Okay. This is something that you need to, of course, do practice. Okay.
Prof,
Yes.
Do you have something like manual for this?
Actually, nowadays, no more manual because the Power BI also is changing very fast. Okay. For example, right now we are having this class. Maybe if next month you come, some of these settings, some of these features is
Yeah,
changing.
meaning that
Power
keep on
BI,
updating the features.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's
okay,
why
understand.
I think there are some book, but if you honestly go and read the book, is for maybe 1 year back. But there are too many things that you cannot find in this list. For example, right now I said in the here you go and canvas setting. Canvas is the new terms that bring here. Then before it was page setting. If you read the book, you find canvas setting in the page setting, and you come to the application and there is no page setting, and it's very confusing. Okay, that's why it's better you just follow these videos, and I think it's working better because it's the latest version and we are in same page. That means we can enhance more data explored by navigate from summaries to detailed inside river content or pattern that may not see at surface level. Yeah, yeah, exactly. For example, here also you can do that. Okay, here you just see 2011 counterpoint 92. This is maybe you need some special data on that as well. Okay, never mind. You select this diagram and also go into general tooltips and activate one of the tooltips here as well. Okay, now here you can have the quarter-based data. This is something beyond the expectation, means that you can see some other things in this graph as well. And it's
Rob,
very important. Yes.
can we save this means that this one whenever that we already done this Power BI, right? Can we save this file or is
Yeah.
auto save in our Power BI desktop?
No, no, you need to save. Okay. Right now it's untitled. When I want to close, for example, it's asking me, do you want to save your changes? Okay, then I need to save and but it's the Power BI file, PBIX, okay? And but you need to do the saving, okay? If you don't save, it will become. But after you save once, okay, then it will be auto save. If you save on the cloud, then it will be auto save. But the first time you need to save.
So after we save, it save under the Power BI point desktop apps
Yeah, yeah,
or
yeah,
where?
yeah, Power BI desktop. Let me show you here. I try to save the file. Okay, more option. Browse this device. I want to save it in this device. Okay, it's going to save in my download folder. I put, for example, UPA class and save. You see the extension also is PBIX. Save.
Okay.
Okay. Now in the top also is UBA class. If I go and see in the folder also in the download folder, you see, this is the file. UBA class is the Microsoft
Oh,
Power BI
understood.
desktop. Okay,
So
this is
it
the
will
file.
goes under our download folder.
Anywhere you can change. Okay, when you want to save as. Okay, you can browse and you can select where you want to. Right now it was in download, and I just leave it in the
Okay,
download. But you
understand,
can
understand.
you can select any place that you want. Okay, you can create one folder for Power BI and just save here.
After we save, then we can still edit
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that
yeah,
file, right? It's like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
normal like others file lah.
Exactly. Is you
Okay,
can just
noted.
do the setting, and the good thing is that these all will save automatically. Okay, now we know how to import the line chart, how to do the drill down, drill up, and how to design tooltips. The next thing that I want to have is I want to add some more graphs in this page. Okay, let me copy this graph and come Control C and come to here Control V. I make it a smaller, put it in the corner. I go to second page, Control C, Control V, and make it smaller again, and put it here. Okay, the next tool that I want to talk about is car. Somehow you just want to show a fixed number. Okay, then in that case, you need to have a tool, its name is car. Okay, for example, in car, I put a bank name, total bank name number. Okay, then here also I change to the counts. Okay, now when I can make it smaller because this is car, this is some fixed data. Okay, bank name. Or I want to see the estate. Okay, I control C, V here, put it down and put instead of bank name, I put the estate. And count. Okay. Then, or maybe I want to have some other data as well. Okay, for example, I want to see in that estate that I'm selecting how much pound is gone. Okay, pound, summation of the pound. Okay, you can put it here. And what else we have? This is- The good thing is when I'm selecting here, you see all these numbers is changing. When I'm selecting another one, 92 banks, 92 banks in 92 estate, 954. Okay, this one it should be count distinct. This one also counts distinct. Okay, for example, here you can see 51 bank closing in 17 estate. Everything is changed. This feature is called interaction, okay? Means that in Power BI, in one page, we have interaction. If I select any place in any diagram, all other diagrams will change based on that selection, okay? And if I unselect, everything is back. This is called as a interaction, okay? But sometimes I want to see the summation of the found 6 million. Okay. I don't want this change with other numbers. Okay. Control C, Control V. I have this. Okay. I have 1 6 million. I want to this one summation of the found. I think I changed the name this one as a total. Total. Put it in the center, make it the color red, maybe, and boom. Okay, this is the total. If I select this, the total should be total, cannot be changed. This one is changed because this is the amount of found for this particular month. This can be changed, but this one cannot change. How to do that? How to make this connection between different levels. Okay. To do that, we need to go to formatting. Select one of the tools, doesn't matter any. From the menu, you select the format. Okay. Normally, you don't have format in the menu. You need to select one of the tools, then you go to format and edit interaction. Okay. Once you turn on the edit interaction, now I want to see the interaction of this diagram with other diagram. You see, this diagram has interaction with all these plots, but I want to close the interaction with this total now. Means I don't want this number be connected to this graph. I go and select this one. You see again, connected to everything, also this. I don't want this also connected to this one. I close it. Now I go out from the formatting. Now I go and select one data. See, everything is changing except this. Means I already isolated this number from the other shapes and graphs. If I select any, is not anything changing for this number, okay? This is something that we called as a interaction, okay? And you can do by these connections. Somehow, in the graph, you need to have some number that is fixed. You cannot change total number of a student. Okay, total number of a student is showing the total number of a student this school. And you don't want this change by selecting the year. Maybe you have another total number of a student per year. That one is connected, have an interaction. But another is total number of students, okay? That it should be same always and not changing with the selection and no interaction. That's why you can activate and deactivate the interaction in this platform. Okay, this is about the interaction that just now we talked about it. The next thing that I want to bring it here is table. Okay, you see this tool is before table. Let me talk about a slicer, then I will talk about a slicer. A slicer is a tool, another tool that can give you this opportunity to do some selection. For example, I want to have a slicer based on months. See, I have a slicer based on month. If I select March, all this diagram changing based on the March. If I select June, everything is changing. Again, the total is changing. Why the total is changing? Because I is not activated this, okay? If I activated the noun, then it's not changing. September, February, okay? See how nice can be, see the interaction in this diagram, okay? This is the tool, its name is a slicer. And you can have as much as you want a slicer, okay? And something about the slicer that is nice is if you press the control, you can select some months back to back, okay? You need to press the control and hold and select the next one that you want. If not, just only is showing one. A slicer like this is taking a lot of space in your dashboard. That sometimes you can go to formatting, slicer setting, style, and select drop down. When you select drop down, you see how I make it a small. Just here, you can select and go and see October. Everything is now based on October. That's why. If you don't have enough space, you can change the style of your slicer to drop down. Another style that we have and need more space is tile. And I'm not suggesting to you to go for tile because then you will have something like this, okay? And it's getting a bit bigger. April, August, October, okay? Yes, it will be more easier to just filter your data. Okay. For example, I want to have another slicer, no problem. I said no limitation for a slicer. And I want to have a slicer based on quarter. Okay, quarter, I put the quarter here. Then I put the quarter and I go and make it from the slicer setting. This one also type. Why it's just only one quarter? Because the April is selected. If I unselect the April, then you can see if I have 4 quarters. Okay, for example, quarter one in January. This is the data. Okay, you see tile is not looks very good. That's why I think it's better you go and select from uh, vertical list. And this one also, let's we go for vertical list. This is looks better than that one. And then you can put it back to back. Smaller. Okay, for example, I want to see the data for May, no, for quarter 3, August. This is the date. Okay, very easy. You can just go to that particular date and months that you want and find everything. Again, you see that this total is changing. Why? What's happening? Because this one still is connected. I need to turn off this connection. For each tool, you need to disconnect, connect separately. There is no things that I say, okay, for 6M, I come and turn off something that everything's be closed in one step. No, cannot. This is something that you cannot do that. Okay, for now, you learn how to import the car and slicer to your diagram. Okay, then question?
Prof,
Yes.
can you show again on the totals sum of fund that you do at the formatting just now?
Okay, sure. Okay, I said somehow I don't want to have a connection. Okay. Then I select one of the tools. I go to format, edit interaction. See this edit interaction, you can off or you can on. Now it's on. Okay. Now, for example, I come and select this diagram. I want to disconnect this diagram, for example, from the account of banks. I just turn it off. I just want to turn off the connection with this one as well, off. Okay, select this one, also make it off. Select this one, make it off. See? Then, once I finish the jobs, I turn off the edit contraction. Okay. Now, the number of the banks is not related to the, see, whatever I'm selecting. This number 552 is fixed. I select June and December, quarter four. I still, you see, this is why? Because I already
So
disconnected.
meaning that we off the connection within all the graphic there, all the
Yes,
graph there, so that it will
yes,
remain on the total 6 million only.
exactly, exactly. Okay, you can make, or you can just only keep the connection with one of the graph. That's one also possible, but this is very flexible. You want this number, when you do want this number change, or if you don't want the number change, just only turn off the connection with all the graphs that you have or all other tools that you have in the page. Okay? Some points, just only edit interaction. I select this. You see, nothing's, no circle coming because the car, you cannot select anything. That's why there is, by selecting this, you cannot change. But if I select this, you can see this icon coming on top of each of these tools. Okay. That's why this is just only working interaction, only working for those icons that you can, those tools that you can do the selection. Okay. Not for all tools. This is very important and a critical point. Another tool that we have here, and I want to talk about it. Okay, let me just close this tool. You can go here from more and remove this tool. I don't want to have this tool that
Prof,
way. Yes,
you have you uploaded on YouTube, right? If we
yes.
comment on the YouTube, you will reply, or we can ask in the WhatsApp group only.
Bo both can. In the YouTube also you can ask. Okay. And in the WhatsApp group also you can ask. Both I will answer. No problem.
Okay, Prof. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see. The next tool that I want to talk about it today is the table. Okay. Somehow I want to have a table. I put it here, for example. And in this table, I want to have the list of banks. Okay. For example, I want to see in 2010, June, which banks are closing. Okay. Somehow I want this data. You can create table. And I want to see these banks, each one is from which state and which city. No problem. I can select this again and add the state, the second line, and city to the third line. See, very easy when I selecting something. I can see that is, for example, in 2012, in August, just only one bank from Illinois, one is closing. This is the name of the bank. Okay, very easy. You can just use this feature as a table feature and you can see detail. Okay, table, we're using table just to see the detail. Okay, another feature that we have is the map. Let me I bring this graph to the new page. Okay, the next tool that we have here is the map, and let's see, have it here. This tool is here, field map, okay. And in the map, we can give the location like a state, and the state is enough for now, okay. For example, in this map, oops. In this map, I want to see what's happening in 2000, what is that, 2000 something. These are the states that the banks are closing, you can see. If this map is not your favorite, you can go and select another map. Okay, the two type of map that we have here. In the same map, also I giving the date as a state. Okay, you see, I think this is showing better because coloring the old tab. But this tab is something else also you can add to it, okay? For example, legend is the bank name. No. Latitude, bank name, count. Bubble size. Vibrating to bubble size. See. This is the things that is different. Okay, for example, in this okay, you can see which estate, how big. For example, this Georgia is the highest number of the banks is closing in Georgia. For example, in 2010, I just want to check, or 2000, you can see which estate and each estate how many, which estate is more. Then if you select in that state in the map, also you can see the data in here and also in the map also you can see. This is the interactive, okay? Then for example, I want to have a one card to show me the number of states, number of states, yeah, number of states. Then I change here to count distinct. Because now we are in one state, of course it's showing one state, okay? And I want to have Control C, Control V, another one to show me the city and count this thing. 64 cities in this state, okay? For example, I change to another 50 city in this state, okay? And but I want to see the state name as well, okay? Why not? I put another card here and a state name I put here, Illinois, okay? Then I can have it here. For example, if I select Minnesota, okay, 23 banks are closing. Then the 22 banks are closing. The years that each bank is closing, the map showing where it's at. See how interactive, how nice you can make a connection, everything's there. This is something that we are looking for in here, count distinct counts. Okay. For example, another one, you see Washington. In the Washington, 19 cities, and this is the years that the bank is closing. Okay, maybe I want to have the list of years also that these banks are closing. Okay, 19 years. I just maybe I could take it out is I put the Washington here, the state name, the number, and I put a table. Inside the table, I just asking the year. I want to see the year. Okay, see? Now, if I select one of the states, okay, you can see in which year also these 14 banks are closing. All the data you have it here. What is the state? Michigan. Michigan, 14 cities. And the years that these banks are closing is this, as you can see here. Anything else you can design and add and play with that. Just only the main question is coming out here is you need to see what they are asking or what you want to see. Can we zoom in and zoom out in the map? Yes, you can just only go on the map with your mouse. If you have a roller on the mouse, you can zoom in and zoom out in the map. Okay, you can drag and drop to change the location. For example, I want to go here, Minnesota, or this state, Denver, from there, Colorado. Okay, I can select any state that I want. I can zoom back, zoom in. Everything's can it up. Okay, this is about this part. And one more things that I want to add. Let's we take our graphs to another page. Control C. Or no need to graph. Let's we come here. Another tool that we have is a tree map. Tree map is some sort of map that showing you another style of showing the data, okay, with the size. For example, here, I want to bring the state and number of banks. Okay, what is the category that we have is the estates. Okay, what is the value that we have is the bank name. See, GA, FL, Florida, Illinois.
Prof, come again, Prof. This one is what visualization just now?
Let me delete. This one is the name is tree map. Okay, tree map just only showing all the categories with the size, and by size showing that what is the difference between them. Category that we have here, for example, I give estates as a category. And detail you don't need, just only come to the value. In the value, you need to give some value. I give bank name. Why I said give the bank name? Because this is some sort of number. Then you can see, for example, GA estate, you have 93. To the smallest estate that with a one bank closing, everything you can see in one graph, and this is called as what is the name? Tree map. Okay, this is another tool. The name is tree map. Okay, so now we have
It will use Prof, it will use a different color, right?
It's automatically selecting different color. Okay. Somehow maybe you can go to setting, and in the colors you can change the colors to any one color that you want. For example, GA, I change it to black. Okay. If you go to the setting in the visual tab, you can change the color to any color that you're looking for. Okay. Also, purple is the next one. Well, more, maybe I give one green. It's something like this. Okay, then this is also. Can we set the short form to full form? I don't understand what you mean. Short form to full for the country name. No, for the estate name, because this is GA and CA. If I go to the data that I have here, look at the estate GA. They putting as a short form. That's why I cannot change. Okay, the data, we don't have that data. Unless I write some.
So we need to change in the data first.
Yes.
Then it will appear the full name.
Yes, you need to change in the data that actually, as you know, in the Power BI, we cannot change the data. That's why it's not possible. There is some, of course, in Power BI can do, okay? For example, I can have a new column here. In the new column, I can write a code programming, then take this GA and find the estate name and put the full estate name. But it is very complicated. I prefer to don't start this part, okay? But just for your info, yes, it's possible to do it, but it's not very easy. You need to write some programming. This is not something that you just select, but can Power BI find the GA code from the internet, what is the GA, and write the full name. But for here, now we are not working on that. Okay, then just for review, today we talk about the column charts, we talk about line charts, we talk about the drill down and drill up. Okay, we know how to make tooltips, different tooltips, and how to add the tooltips to our graph. Then we talk about the connection between interaction between different tools. As you can see here, we know how to import cart. We know how to import a slicer, this one. We know how to import table with with the different columns. Yes, I can share this file as well, no problem. Then also we know about the map. We have two different type of map in here. And I put a card with not number, with the name. Then what else we have? We have this tree map also. As you can see here, we have more tools, but for this class, these tools is enough. In the next class that we have, we are going to work on DAX. DAX is a bit mathematical part. We are working with some data and we are trying to do some calculation inside Power BI. Just a bit, we want to touch it, not very deep. That's why please prepare yourself for next class. After this class, I will put the recorded video on YouTube channel again, same as always. You can go practice, and again, don't forget, practice is very important because as much as you do more hands-on, practice more, then you will know how to do the design in the Power BI dashboard. And one more thing also is that it's very important that you play with the colors, play with the different sizing, settings, and everything. Then slowly you will find how to design your dashboard in better way. Okay. Don't forget, design when it's the design is not part of data analysis. It's part of your personal creativity. Okay. How you want to design the dashboard is honestly 100% based on your opinion, your idea, and how you can improve it by seeing more dashboard. You can just search in Google and watch different type of the dashboard. Slowly you will get idea, okay, if I put this graph in this color, in this corner, it seems better than putting in the other side or whatever, okay? These are all things that back to something, so the practice, and the practice is very important. Please don't forget. And if you have any question during the time that you're practicing, you can drop me a message in WhatsApp. You can write comment in YouTube as well. I try to cover both to answer your question. And nothing else to add for this session. I think it was a productive session. It's approximately 1 hour, but all I talked, I shared a lot of things. And now is your turn to go back, open your Power BI and practice whatever I discuss. I will put this video within 2 hours in YouTube, and after that, you can go and practice more and more. Is there any question?
Prof,
Yes.
can I ask, at the data part there, there is a icon like auto sum for the cert and fund. Inside the cert, is there anything else that we can actually choose whatever that we want, or what is the icon means?
Icon where?
At the data column under search and the fund, there is like M alphabet there. Not that one. Is beside the visualization under the data.
Okay, and the data.
The search
Then
one,
what is
the search
oh,
and
there?
fund, there is an icon like auto sum, that one. What
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
the auto sum that means?
Good question. This is showing that this 2 is number. Okay, from this icon, you can find that this is the number in this. Okay, if I go to
Oh,
the
meaning there is
data,
a numbers inside the, that one
yeah,
is a
you see this
figure.
found, yeah, in this column found and set is number. This icon showing that this 2 is number. This icon
Understood.
showing this is the calendar, this is the date and
It's
time.
just an icon to show that inside is the number
Yeah,
or is
what
a
is
calendar.
the value inside? Is from here we can see what is the value inside.
Understand?
Yeah.
Thank you, Prof.
So the
Okay.
icon, all the icon, auto sum icon shows value, right?
Yes, exactly. Is auto sum icon is showing that this is a number inside this. Okay, and now it's like this. More maybe in the future you can see more different type of icon here, each having a different meaning. Okay, for example, somehow when you creating a new column in Power BI, that column will comes with a one icon that is showing it's not in main database. It's created by data analytics in Power BI. There are some other icons, but for AutoSum is just showing that is a number inside these columns. Okay, thank you so much for joining to this session, and we'll see you next week. And I hope that you practice enough to follow up with whatever we're sharing with you in this class. Thank you so much. After this class, I will share this file in the Teams and WhatsApp as well. Have
Thank
a
you,
nice
Prof.
day and have a nice weekend. Bye bye.